5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody. Last time we created an object to represent Starship. This time what we'll do is we'll create another Starship based upon that object. Alright, so here's what we did last time. We created an object called Starship, and these were the properties that were in the object Starship. And I want you to remember the term constructor, which simply means it's an object or blueprint. And this all has to do with our prototype. Okay? So that's that. I want to see. Our idea here is that if we want to change anything inside our object, we have to use the methods that are bound to that object. In this case, these methods are called getter and setter methods. And the setter methods to set the name is this: set the name, set the ship name, and to print the name on the screen is the get the ship name right here. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to create another prototype based upon the USS Starship, because what happened was the original Starship got destroyed. There's Captain Kirk screaming. But this time Starfleet wants a whole new set of different ships, and instead of starting from scratch, what we can do is we can start with the original blueprint and then make our new ships based upon the blueprints of the original Starship. Okay? And our new object is going to be called the Excelsiors. And the Excelsiors are going to start from the blueprint of the Starship, and we're going to add some more things to this object, like a transwarp drive and quantum torpedoes. Now, remember this term constructor again, because all this is a constructor. Okay? This right here is this. It is a constructor. Just think of it as, your own construction. Okay? So when you are building an original constructor, you don't have to worry about the prototype, because the prototype is original, and you don't have to worry about the constructor because the structure is the original. But when you're building another object based upon a blueprint, or another object based upon a constructor, a blueprint, you have to specify what this new object's constructor is and what this new object's prototype is based upon. So if not from scratch, aka original constructor, original blueprint, two things you need to specify, which is what this blueprint is based upon. This time the Excelsior is going to be based upon the Starship blueprint, right here. See, the Excelsior is based upon the Starship blueprint. And the constructor is not going to be based upon the original constructor, but the constructor is going to be based upon the new constructor, the Excelsior's constructor. That's what this thing does. Okay? Enough explanation. Let's go ahead and delete this. Put this up there, constructor, and let's do it in code. All right. To make things more easy to understand, let's review. This is our original object, which is our original constructor, which is our original blueprint that made the original Starship object. Inside the Starship object are three things. And we're going to make another object with these three things in it called Excelsior. So it's going to be function Excelsior, which I've already done here. Okay. So function Excelsior And these are the three things that were in the original, remember? The captain, the ship name, the captain, and warp speed. But we're going to add some more things. We're going to add transwarp drive and quantum torpedoes to the Excelsior. But we don't have to type it out like this. Instead of typing it out, all the stuff that was originally in the original Starship object, because there's still stuff that we didn't put in, like set the ship name is in there, get the ship name, and more things that we might have forgotten. Instead of doing it this way, what we can do is, don't do it that way. Oops, sorry. I'll delete this like this. Instead of go, this, instead go Starship, call, and this. And this is a reference to the next, this is a reference to the next Excelsior object that you're going to make. But Starship.call puts in everything from the original, which is everything up here. So you don't have to write all that stuff from scratch. You call this, you call Starship, the object that you want to base your new object on, .call, and this. Remember, this is all related to the constructor, the original constructor, okay, which is the blueprint. But because we're not doing this blueprint from scratch, we have to remember two things. We have to specify what this blueprint is, because it's not a blueprint from scratch. We're going to get some of our information from somewhere else, which is this one. You say Excelsior.prototype.new Starship and Excelsior.prototype.constructor, because if you don't specify the constructor being the Excelsior constructor, is going to use the constructor from Starship, which means that it's going to use this constructor. Remember, this is a constructor. So we are specifying that instead of using the constructor from Starship, we're going to use the constructor from Excelsior, which is, of course, this is our Excelsior constructor. Excelsior constructor, right here. Okay? So, all that. And that's the basis of making a new Excelsior Starship based upon the Starship object, a blueprint. And to make a new Excelsior object, we do the same pattern. Make a variable, and I made it a variable different type ship equals new Excelsiors. Instead of last time, what we did was we did new right here. We did variable construction class new Starship. This time we're doing Excelsiors prototype new Starship prototype, Excelsior prototype constructor Excelsior, and variable different type new Excelsiors. Okay, and then remember, now Excelsior has everything that Starship has, and Starship has the set the ship name function or method. So I use that. I call that right here, variable. Now I'm referring to Excelsiors now instead of Starship. And I'm using everything that Excelsior has. So I type in, set the ship name, Sulu's Big Ship, NZC 2000. And I'm writing it to the screen. So the method that writes to the screen is get the ship name. Save and refresh, and what we get is this. Sulu's Big Ship NCC 2000. Okay, I'll call up the And this is all what's going on here. We're creating another ship based upon the Starship blueprint. Because it's not an original, we have to specify what it's based upon, Excelsior prototype, and we have to specify what constructor we're using, Excelsior prototype constructor. We're using this constructor as opposed to original constructor, but we're using all the original's methods and objects. Okay, there you go. Thank you once again for watching my videos. Bye-bye.